I grew up on Beyonce, Christina Aguilera, who else? Britney Spears. And I would say they were kind of edgy for their time. I didn't realize how edgy they were until I got older, and I was like, why was I looking at this as a 11-year-old? But I wanted to say because I just saw a picture of Sierra, who is a R&B musician who actually came out when I was probably, I want to say in high school maybe, and like that song "My Goodies," I'm pretty sure it came out when I was maybe a senior in high school, and she was singing about her goodies, not her goodies. She was basically singing about maintaining her innocence, innocence. I mean, she was like grinding in the video and dancing, kind of, freaky and that kind of thing. But I guess the idea was to tease people about her goodies as well. But she professed Christianity not too long ago. I think her and Russell were going to some church. And from the looks of it, maybe she's renounced her Christianity because she just posted a picture of herself with this black and red corset. It almost reminds me of the corset Beyonce wore, which had literally a face of Lucifer on the front, the Baphomet. Remind me of that, but it was giving me kind of Beetle vibes, and so that might be pertaining to it. But it was black and red. What does that remind you of? And then she had these boots on, and I think Lady Gaga has worn them before. They're just like huge platform boots, and they just remind me of like goat feet type deal. So she looks like the Baphomet in this picture, and yeah, I mean that's not Christian. You don't go around just with your legs spread wide open, barely wearing any clothes and call yourself a Christian. So I really don't know what happened there. I don't know if her and her husband are both just in on it and they're just there at this church for to get the target market of Christians, because a lot of these celebrities out here, they say they're Christian, but they want to fool people into thinking that there's not the craziest satanic stuff going on in Hollywood, and so they basically, maybe that's a part of the level of the occult as well, is to pretend like you're a Christian. So anyway, that happened, and then she had a new video that came out. It's called Jump. And while the dancing, she's a great dancer, the whole time she's twerking in it, and she's wearing these pants, and like they're fringed, but she's not wearing anything under them. And so you can see like her butt cheeks and that kind of thing while she's dancing. This is so embarrassing for Christians everywhere. But, these things will post up on Facebook and people will start commenting. And it seems to be like less and less people are understanding that this is not appropriate. It's like all these girls, they try to come for you when you're like, why? I don't understand why she can't just dress modestly. She has a family, she has kids, she has a husband. Like, what are you doing? And all these people come after you. You're just a hater. You're just jealous. I'm like, what are we jealous of? That twerking? Like, what is there to be jealous? Oh, she has money. And that's the thing. Like, people in their mind, they think because somebody has money that they have everything, that they have happiness, that they have joy, that they have peace. The truth of the matter is none of these people have any of that stuff. And the reason why is because they are clearly against God, and you don't get those things by being against God. Sorry, not happening. So it's kind of weird, you know. But there are a few people that are on there, and they're expressing that maybe she shouldn't be doing that as a woman with a family now, which is refreshing every time I see it. They're usually older people, or there'll be like a few Christians on there that say something, but ladies need to raise their standards. I was even talking to a group of women the other day, and I think I even said this at one point, to be fair. They were talking about how women should be able to show their breasts because men show their chests and blah, 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 blah. And, I posed the question, well, what if a 13-year-old girl is walking around with her breasts exposed? There was about 6 people that had wanted to get argumentative with me that literally shut down after that. Like I didn't see anything else that they said. Nobody could seem to answer the question until a random girl, and she seemed like she was kind of thinking it through, but she was kind of leaning on the other side. And so I ended up asking her, I think I asked her some questions, and I haven't heard back from her. Because like the thing is, when you have certain beliefs or certain arguments, if somebody can ask you a question and poke a hole in what you believe or your argument very easily, then it probably means that you need to rethink what you believe. you know Some of these women were saying that breasts were not sexual organs. Um, it's funny how a lot of Western women believe these little things that they hear, but like everyone else around the world is like, what are you talking about? It's just like the pronoun community. It's like everyone else around the world knows that there's only two sexes except for Westerners. And I'm just like, and you think because you got all these scientific advances and all this money, you can just start making up stuff. Like, that's why America's going to get destroyed, unfortunately. But yeah, people need to raise their standards because I've been on that manosphere and all these men are talking about these women that belong to the street. And as much as I don't like to see women devalued, speaking with the women that I've spoken to in the past few days, it's just like, yeah, there does seem to be a change in women today where, you know, they just want to take on all these things that basically steer them away from the role of a woman, and into the role of, you know, what we would call a harlot according to the Bible. Oh, you want to walk around topless, or you want to sleep with all these guys, you know, and then these are the same ones that end up getting pregnant and are fighting for abortion rights, you know, twerking at the abortion campaign. And it's just like, can you please monitor your behaviors, your actions, your thoughts, because you're bringing destruction on your own self, to be honest. But since we live in a world of, you know, Sierras who proclaim to be holy and righteous, but the next minute are thrusting their legs open for everyone to see, you know, this is going to be the spirit of this generation, unfortunately. All there's left to do is repent. But people will have to learn the hard way first, I guess. So pray for everyone. Have a blessed one. Bye.